Hi guys, welcome to my Game Week 13-14 video. I got just below the average again this game week, and I'm not having a great run in my fantasy football this season. It was an absolutely crazy game week in the Premier League, with some results we expected and some results we absolutely did not expect. Take the Palace-Swansea game, for example. Swansea winning 5-4 against Palace. Llorente picking up 15 points in just 25 minutes for 2 goals and 1 assist. Fur closely behind on 14 points. And for the other side, Benteke picked up 10 points for his goal and an assist. However, I had none of those players, so that game did not affect me whatsoever, unfortunately. On that note, let's take a look at my points for Game Week 13. Here are my Game Week 13 points. Macaulay didn't get me that clean sheet as I'd hoped, but he did carry my team apart from Aguero, netting me a goal and 10 points. Not bad for a 4.8 player, with just shy of 57,000 of you already getting him in this game week. On that note, let's address the elephant in the room. In my last game week video, I told you that I would captain either Costa or Aguero. I got a little bit seduced by the forums and seen that a lot of you were going to captain Coutinho instead, and so I jumped on the bandwagon. It didn't turn out too good, unfortunately. He only netted us 2 points, and he has an ankle injury now that will see him out for 5 to 6 weeks. If I'd captained Aguero or Costa, I'd be 5 or 12 points better off, which wouldn't have seen me moving up the list a lot, but it would have pushed me above average. But that's how it goes. You can't see these things happening. They come out of nowhere. And it'll be interesting now to see how Liverpool cope, what setup Klopp will do with quite a few injuries. I think Lallana is injured and Firmino is injured, and obviously now Coutinho, so it'll be interesting to see how they set up. I suppose he'll bring Sturridge back in. And apart from that, there's not a whole lot else to tell you about my Game Week 13 team. It's a letdown again, guys. I'm so sorry. I have had a knee-jerk reaction to Coutinho's injury, and I've done something crazy by taking a -4 point hit. So I'll just show you what I've done there. This will be my Game Week 14 team. Taking a -4 point hit, so those of you in the head-to-head league with me will be happy to know you have a 4-point lead this game week in the head-to-head. And for those of you who missed out on joining the head-to-head, I know there was a time limit which I wasn't aware of initially. If you want to join, I'll set up another one. Just pop me a message, and if there is enough of you for a new head-to-head league, I'll get that set up and send you out the pin. For those of you who did manage to join the head-to-head, the average beat us all on 46 points. And I missed out on second place to Ali Adel, who got 45 points. So this is what I've done. I got Sanchez in for Coutinho. He's been a bit inconsistent in form recently, but he does have the ability to get the big points, which is what us FPL managers really need. I also prefer to get somebody more expensive for a player if I can. That way I feel like if the player who injured himself comes back roaring, ready to go, I can just downgrade the person I upgraded to and have plenty of money to do that. But to get Sanchez in, I had to sell Lukaku. He hasn't been brilliant recently anyway, and Austin has managed 4 goals in his last 6 games. He's not bad for a cheaper option of a third striker. Why do I feel like I've immediately cursed both of these players now? So sorry in advance to any of you who have Sanchez or Austin in your team. This is also very risky considering there are still midweek games to go. Any one of these players could pick up an injury. But I had to jump on these changes now because of the price. On last check, over 362,000 of you have already bailed on Coutinho this game week, with Lukaku already second on that list as the most transferred out this game week. And so I should imagine the prices will drop much more before the weekend. This is my team as it sits. I'm risking Hollebass over Fouche. Fouche has just hurt me too much the last 2 game weeks with absolutely no points. 1 point before that and 2 before that. He just hasn't been consistent enough. I know that Holobas is injured, but I'd rather take a risk on him possibly being back than considering Fuchs's run of form at the moment. Heaton was missed at Burnley when they lost 2-1 to City. I'm not sure how long he's going to be out for, but I still fancy Foster against Watford this game week. And Macaulay has most definitely earned his recall this game week. Everyone else is set to stay exactly where they are, with the exception of my 2 new players in, and possibly a swap for Allen and Matic. Matic has all the potential to grab something against City, but I quite like the fact that Allen is back and he's up against Burnley, and so they should be able to grab a few more points. And so that just leaves my captains to choose between. At the moment, I'm between Sanchez, Austin, who's against Palace, but I'm a bit nervous about his midweek games. Will he play 90 minutes on the weekend? Will he get rested? I would like to make him captain against Palace considering the goals that they're shipping at the moment, but I'm just not sure he'll get the game time in order to get me the points. So that one is a possible risk reward. Pop me a comment below if you guys have any suggestions with that one. And last but not least, it's the proverbial headache us FPL managers have, Aguero or Costa. And if you guys have a strong feeling over which one of those I should captain, I'd be grateful to hear your comments. And so that concludes my Game Week 13-14 video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to tune in next week to see how I got on. Don't forget to like, subscribe and do all those fabulous things. Until next time, Nymphria out.